Holy shit. Folks, we have our fourth major breaking update in the ongoing and ever-escalating civil war between Donald Trump and Elon Musk, and it has gotten so much worse in the past few hours. Trump is now publicly attacking Musk on Truth Social, saying he asked Musk to leave the government and threatening to terminate Musk's many federal subsidies and contracts. Musk, in turn, is calling Trump a liar, threatening Republican lawmakers, and then he dropped the big bomb, saying the reason the Trump administration is not releasing the Epstein Files as they promised is because Trump is implicated in the Epstein Files. This is insane. But before we unpack all that, if you end up liking this video and you want to support the channel, please be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and alert bells before you go. All right, folks, I'm constantly refreshing because this thing is escalating rapidly and exponentially minute by minute, okay? So Trump took to Truth Social and said, Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do, and he just went crazy. The easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's government subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do it. And as Mehdi Hassan noted, it is surprising that President Biden did not do that, I suppose, in the sense that Biden is not petty, but Biden absolutely had the authority to put the screws to Elon Musk and chose not to, whereas Donald Trump knows no such compunction and is willing to play ruthlessly and dirty in ways that Democrats are simply not. So this is playing with live ammunition, so to speak. Now, Elon Musk responded to this and said, such an obvious lie, so sad. You know, that Trump did not ask him to leave the federal government. And then, among other things, Elon Musk says this, time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein Files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, Donald John Trump. Mark this post for the future. The truth will come out. Now, it has been speculated by many people that that is a major reason, or a plausible reason, that the Trump administration has been dragging their feet in releasing the Epstein Files as they promised to do on the campaign trail. And you may recall that Donald Trump says, oh, I'll release the JFK files, the 9/11 files, the Martin Luther King Jr. files, everything. And then when Fox and Friends asked him about the Epstein files, he's like, yeah, well, I mean, not those so much. I mean, you know, you can't really trust what's in those files and, you know, could implicate a lot of people and unfairly. He hedged. He hedged in ways he did not for the others and left a lot of people wondering, why would Trump say that? Trump, of course, was a well-known associate and close friend of deceased sex trafficker and pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. And when Epstein died in federal custody, it was on Trump's watch. Trump was president. Bill Barr was the attorney general, and both of them were responsible for Epstein's safety because Epstein was in federal custody when he died mysteriously. Now, the official cause of death is that Epstein killed himself. There is no evidence to contradict that, but if people are just asking questions, that's rather interesting, isn't it? And to have Elon Musk, special government employee, close advisor in the Trump administration, arguably the second most powerful person in the government at the time, very well connected, he says there's a reason for that, and that is that Trump is implicated in the Epstein Files. Interesting. That's huge, folks. That's huge. On top of it, look at this. Laura Loomer, top MAGA supporter to Donald Trump, close advisor to Donald Trump, says it's heating up. It will be interesting to see what Republican lawmakers do now. I know lawmakers who are asking if they should side with President Trump or Elon. I've been on the Hill all day, and it's all anyone is talking about. The most powerful man in the world versus the richest man in the world. To which Elon Musk responds, oh, and some food for thought as they ponder this question. Trump has 3.5 years left as president, but I will be around for another 40. Now, again, assuming that this is not all some sort of WWE-style performative thing, which I suppose is possible, but strikes me as very unlikely given these two, that's huge. And we've talked about this. We talked on Live and Learn yesterday with my Live and Learn co-host. I've mentioned this in multiple videos. This is a serious risk for Republican lawmakers because Trump is the immediate problem, right? He's the president. He's the most powerful man on earth. He is the leader of the Republican Party. But his power potential is insignificant in the long run, in the long time horizon, compared to somebody like Elon Musk, who is vindictive, who has control of a major social media platform and is the richest man on earth. He represents a long-term threat to a Republican lawmaker who doesn't do what he says. Well, Stancil made this comment a few days ago. He says, if I was a Republican congressman trying to decide who to side with in the great Musk-Trump split, I think I'd have to consider that Trump will be dead and gone in a few years, but Musk will probably be giving out billions for decades to come. So he responds with this like, okay, LMAO, right? I mean, it's a tough situation. I don't envy any Republican lawmaker. Again, no sympathy for them because they created the situation. They created the Trump monster. They created the Elon monster. And now they are caught in the middle between these two monsters. It's like Dr. Frankenstein in the middle, of Frankenstein's monster versus, Dracula. Right? I mean, you helped create the situation. Elon Musk's other tweets, again, pretty aggressive. Not even those in Congress who had to vote on the big ugly spending bill had time to read it, he says in response to his ally, Thomas Massie, Republican congressman from Kentucky. He quotes John Thune, the Republican majority leader in the Senate, when John Thune said in 2020, our nation is deeply, deeply in debt right now. Next year, our country will owe more than we produce for the first time since the end of the World War II. It's a very bad place to be. Elon Musk responds, where's the John Thune of 2020? Mike Johnson, Elon Musk takes shots at him, his friend, Mike Johnson, who constantly talks about how close he is with Elon. He says, Mike Johnson said in 2018, it looks like, at some point, Congress has to stop this endless cycle of out-of-control deficit spending. I super agree with this guy, Elon Musk says. Eric Daugherty on March 11th talked about how Trump went to bat for Elon Musk outside the White House while examining Teslas. Trump says, I ended the EV mandate. Musk never complained to me. Who would do that? Elon Musk has never asked me for a thing. He's built a great company and he shouldn't be penalized. He's a patriot. So now Trump is saying that this is the reason Musk is pissed at him. And so Elon is quoting this. He's like, hey, remember when you said that this had nothing to do with that? Remember when you said, Donald Trump, to the world that I didn't ask you for a thing? Even though I don't believe that personally. Another major Twitter account, Amuse, responds with, he's not wrong when Musk said that without him, Trump would have lost the presidency, would have lost the House. Many prominent MAGA accounts are saying, yeah, he's not wrong. Ron DeSantis, Republican governor of Florida, former Republican primary challenger to Donald Trump, and the person whom Elon Musk initially backed in the Republican race. According to Tara Palmieri, friend of the show, DeSantis is sending out emails about this as well, talking about, Elon took the hits and led the charge on Doge to cut wasteful government spending, and the enemy made him public enemy number one. Now Republicans in Congress are abandoning their promises to make real long-lasting cuts to the woke left spending habits. So now DeSantis is trying to appeal to Elon Musk, perhaps teeing himself up for another presidential run. Konstantin Kisin, the right-wing host of Trigonometry, comes out in defense of Elon Musk. What Musk is doing is generally heroic. He will win no friends in politics and will be ostracized by the current administration, but he's totally right. We, the entire Western world, cannot go on pretending our way of life is sustainable. Historically, countries build up surpluses in peacetime and then go into debt to fight wars. We're going into more and more debt during peacetime. Clever economists will tell you this is sustainable. It is not, and someone has to do something about it. Dinesh D'Souza, disgraced historian who has since become a conspiracy theorist, is saying, things are bad in a relationship when the two sides start itemizing what they've done for each other. Still, this is not a break that is beyond repair. It will take a little magnanimity and maturity from both sides, because he's desperately hoping the formidable alliance between Musk and Trump can heal. And perhaps it can. You never know with these two. This might be resolved by tomorrow, but in the meantime, we're going to hella enjoy this and play our part in stirring the pot. I'm refreshing right now on Musk's Twitter page. Let's see if there's anything else. Nothing else at the moment, but folks, this is huge. This really, really is. They are going nuclear on each other, Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Let's see. We're just refreshing it, period. As a matter of fact, here, let's just see. Let's bring it up here. Kanye West bros, please know we love you both so much. That time of the news cycle where newsrooms everywhere are cracking open a case of Celsius or two. Pray. MAGA Christians are saying pray for God to intervene. Damn. Yeah, folks, we definitely want to keep an eye on this, but this has escalated dramatically, I think, beyond the expectations of so many people. Again, my first video earlier today was relatively breaking news when, Musk gently called Elon Musk out and kind of mocked him in a roundabout way, but it was just gentle ribbing in comparison to this. So again, to recap, Donald Trump is attacking Musk. I got him. I tried to get him out of government. I asked him to leave. He was too much of a liability. He was too weird. But I needed him to get out. And also, the best way to balance the budget and be fiscally responsible is to terminate his federal subsidies and contracts, which, by the way, on paper, I have no issue with. But this is just political vendetta against Musk. Musk, in turn, is also escalating, saying, that's because you're implicated in the Epstein Files. It's stunning stuff, and that's what your administration is trying to suppress. Folks, I have no idea where it goes from here, but this is huge, and we'll definitely be keeping an eye on it. And in the meantime, let me know what you think in the comments.